Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Robert. In our company, we have 300 engineers who are focused on quality assurance, and 80% of our projects are related to exchanges and clearing. In the next 5 years, we were able to test the most extraordinary exchange platforms, and we've seen things that you people wouldn't believe. And I would like to use this opportunity to share some thoughts about the testing tools that are used in exchange area. Machines can simulate other machines. Machines can repeat tasks many times over and over again, and machines can amplify human power. Let's start with generic test tools. No one has been fired for using standard commercial solutions yet, but there are obvious problems in the most standard testing solutions available. They are mostly targeted on web and desktop interfaces. So when you're trying to integrate an API, you need to create a separate session level, connectivity level, messaging framework. Essentially, when you take generic test tool for Exchange, you'll need to build a new test tool on top of the test tool that you've already purchased. There are several solutions available in the market that are specifically targeted on trading systems. They already support a set of required protocols like fixed, fast, binary protocols, and you can specify whatever you want to send into your market and whatever you expect to get back in order to check your system. If you have a sufficiently good test tool and you have a capable QA team, you can create several thousands of test cases and make sure that your exchange is properly functionally tested. This way of testing is called active testing. However, when you start executing such large libraries, it results in a large data set that you can use to get additional insight of what's going on with your system and what is the quality of your regression library. This additional thing is called passive testing, and it is the next evolutionary step of the testing tool. Instead of producing messages into the system, you can create a tool that will be able to capture all the messages that are going back and forth inside the Exchange system, and then process them, normalize them, and use for analysis. This can reveal problems that you will unlikely find with individual test cases. And we also found that this approach can be potentially very beneficial when you're trying to use it for client onboarding and certification. So if you have a passive testing tool at your disposal, what you can do is to connect clients into client development services environment, capture all the messages that they send, and then check whether they are able to pass self-certification test or not. So passive testing is the next step. Then there are facts that are intermittent. They are not reproduced every time when you run the test. In order to replicate them, you need to repeat tests many times and under load. On the other hand, such defects sometimes do not have critical technical consequences. So it is not easy to spot them using ordinary load testing tools that can put into your exchange, say, hundreds of thousands messages per second. So these defects are at the confluence between functional and non-functional testing. And they are potential black swans because you are not able to hit them with functional testing, you are not able to hit them with ordinary load testing tools. You need to find something else. And for that, there are special tools required. What is required from the passive test tool to be used to locate these defects? We need to have a scalable tool. We need to be able to capture all the messages from the system to be notified when something wrong happens. And you need to have ability to script this notification. Essentially, the good passive testing tool look exactly as market surveillance or production monitoring solution. What about active testing tools? If you need to have a good active testing tool, you need to be able to connect it to many environments. You need to track, to have audit trail. You need to have scalable solution to submit many messages. And you need to be able to script complex scenarios. So essentially, a good active testing tool is the same thing as the algo trading engine. So can it be that the next generation of the test tools in exchanges will be just market surveillance and algo trading systems? Really not. The problem with them is that it is difficult to fit into your budget additional algo system or additional market surveillance system. Also, production real-life systems tend to do the things one right way. But when you are doing testing, you need to find many ways of doing the things wrong in order to cover all possible permutations. So the next generation of the test tools that will appear, they need to be mutatable and they need to be deformed. So they will take less hardware footprint. At the same time, they can test all the things that didn't appear during normal operation. In the future, there can potentially be other test tools based on machine learning, but in order to enable them, it will be necessary to make sure that the next generation of the test tools is scalable enough and can be easily mutated. So the singularity is not here yet, and human intelligence is key in order to create and to operate the test tools. In ExaPro, we know how to build software to test our client software. So if you ever want to have a next generation test tool, please let us know. Thank you.
Any rapid fire questions for yourself? I have one quick question. Do you think it's possible to use an out-of-the-box testing tool that would ensure an exchange platform is properly tested?
Well, I would say that human intelligence is still the key, so we are not at a singularity point here. So in order to properly test the exchange system, you still need intelligent people who will be able to operate it too. It is not possible to have a single code to the next direction.
Thank you very much. Yusuf, thank you very much for your excellent insights. Thank you.